it's 444RR, and I found a little something cool when I was surfing online. I wanted to share it. If you're not familiar with the Pixar theory, you can go to the Zachman18's channel. He did a whole video about that. Basically, the Pixar theory is where all the Pixar movies are intertwined. All the storylines kind of overlap each other in the Pixar movies. That's the whole point of that. But you can go look that up, the Pixar theory, or you can go to Zach's page, and he has all the info about that. But I was surfing this website called MoviePlot.com, and they have an interesting article about it, where it's Toy Story, the true identity of Andy's mom, makes Toy Story more epic. If you haven't heard about this, this is very interesting, and it kind of does make sense. So, let me read you what the article has to say. This is directly from MoviePlot.com. Andy's mom has always been a bit of an enigma. In the first Toy Story, we barely even saw her face. That's all fine because throughout the movies, the real focus has been on Andy and the love he has for those toys. But this is Pixar, and it stands to reason that there's more to meets the eye than when it comes to the Davis family. If you didn't know, that's Andy's real last name is Davis. In order to understand who Miss Davis really is, we have to start with something seemingly simple, a hat. Now, if you look in the first Toy Story movie, Andy plays with a cowboy hat. He always has a cowboy hat on his head in the first Toy Story movie. Did you notice anything weird about that hat? It looks nothing like the hat worn by his favorite toy, Woody. Why wouldn't Andy wear a hat that was brown? And in Toy Story 2, young Andy Davis left for summer camp, and his mom held a yard sale. The Chicken Man found Woody in one of those boxes. He was trying to save a fellow toy, and pleaded with Miss Davis to sell him because Woody is a collectible from the 1950s. Miss Davis refused, acknowledging that Woody is an old family toy. Not that much time has passed between the Toy Story movies, but we know that Andy has had Woody since kindergarten, according to Mr. Potato Head. Andy's 6th birthday is in the first Toy Story, which makes him 7 or 8 in the second movie. Woody doesn't seem all that old in comparison. Further, Woody has no recollection of who he is. Many have suggested this is because he was owned by Andy's father, who is never mentioned in the movies. Molly is a baby in the first movie, which means Andy's father either died or walked out not long before the movie starts. A reasonable assumption is that Andy's mom gave Woody his father's toy to him on his 5th birthday. After all, she gave him Buzz Lightyear on his next birthday. If Woody had been a new toy when Miss Davis gave him to Andy, then he would know exactly who he was, which is unlikely because he is so rare. Now, back to the hat. MoviePlot.com believes Andy received that hat from his mom as well. There's another instance in the movies when this hat is shown. The hat is the same exact red hat with a white lace. This is the same red hat with a white lace that Jessie wears. Why wouldn't Andy have a hat that looks Why would Andy have a hat that looks exactly like Jessie's? Because his mom did. Now, in the song When She Loved Me, which is in Toy Story 2, when Jessie recollects her getting thrown away, the sequence clearly takes place in the 60s and the 70s, as evidenced by the decorations and the qualities of Emily sings. There's flower power and dance party posters all around. That makes Emily the same age as Andy's mom, who had him in the 80s. They also have the same hat, except the white lace on Andy's hat is missing. But you can clearly see where it once was. There's even a faded mark on Andy's hat. That makes this an old hat. We know that Emily donated Jessie and her other cowboy accessories as a teen, so wouldn't the hat be included? If you watch closely, the hat isn't in the box. The box isn't even big enough to hold it. We do see that Emily has short auburn hair, almost looks like, I'll bet her hair in the movies is lighter. Age is funny like that. And yes, Andy's mom is Emily, Jessie's previous owner. Now, you may be wondering if Emily / Andy's mom noticed that Andy suddenly had a toy she once had as a child. Think of it this way. How would you react if you saw that your kid had a toy that looked like the one you had? You probably wouldn't assume they're the same, even if you're in a Pixar movie. The theory is that in a twist of fate, Emily, Andy's mom, loved a cowboy toy, but gave it away during her adolescence. Her son, who would grow to love a cowboy toy as well, in a weird way that resembles the strong love she once had. She passed the hat down to him, and as destiny would have it, Andy would one day receive Jessie as well. This would redeem his mother's abandoning of her, making Emily's story come full circle. And much like Emily, Andy also grew tired of his toys and moved on. He also gave them away and let them go, And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the true story of Andy's mom. So that's kind of makes Toy Story a little more interesting if you didn't know that. If you didn't know that, well, then you wasted minutes of your life. But that was kind of interesting when I first read it. I was like, hey, that makes a lot of sense. So thank you guys so much for watching this quick little video about the Toy Story theory of Andy's mom. So let me know what you guys think of this in the comments below. Do you think Andy's mom was Jesse's original owner? So thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. I pour it right inside of here, and notice that the milk, of course, you get the 2 tubes, and you get a certain amount of bottles. Let me grab one of the bottles. Series on my channel where every single Friday I'll be uploading a brand new video in which I'll teach you how to do an easy magic trick